Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to work on an AC system where he's got some leaking, where he's got to top it off all the time, but he's had the system tested and there are no leaks. But when you undo the caps, you do have a hissing noise coming from the valve area, and actually on both the low and the high side. So I got one of these little infrared doohickeys, and I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it is very colorful in there. So that indicates that chances are it's actually leaking from the shredder valve, which is probably the one area that, you know, even with the gauges on, because you're using the gauges to test for the leak, that you'll probably never see because the gauges actually seal around the shredder valve. And so that's probably where the leak is in this system. So we're going to go about, the system is fairly low on freon, so we're just going to replace the valves, easy peasy, and then evacuate, and then recharge, and we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, all right guys, using a little tool that I got again on Amazon. Most shredder valve tools will fit. I just got a little bit of residual in there, but it is pretty empty, so we're going to remove it. Just a little churn. They're not in there very tight. This is on the high side. We're also going to do the low side. And there we go. These are the big ones, man. These are the big ones. And there it is. Okay. And we'll check. You can usually check to see if the rubber is good on the ends or on the main seal here, but I mean, it seems okay, but you know, I have to look under a glass, but I mean, it's probably pretty worn. So this one looks like the bigger one. Okay, this is a big size. He got the kit from Advance, and we're going to match it up and use the big one. These are the, yep, and here's the large one, here's the new one. They seem to be the same, and we're going to install the new one. Drop it in and put the tool over it and just tighten it down. You don't have to go crazy, you know, He-Man on it. Just make sure it's tight, and that should do it. And then we're going to do that one down here, and we're going to try to get to that one. But the heater hoses and everything is hot by this one, so it's freaking hot for the low side. So what we're going to do is we'll get it out, and then we'll get the gauges on it, then we'll get the vacuum on it, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we'll see you back in a little bit. All right guys, we got it on the we got the gauges on, and we are pulling a vacuum. We're going to run it for about a half an hour just to make sure that you know, it is clean with all moisture cleaned out of it, and then we'll start the recharge process. Okay guys, we're waiting for the compressor is done. We pulled a vacuum for over 30 minutes, and so I think it's evacuated. Waiting for this now. We've been waiting now for about 15 minutes, and it has not moved, so I believe that it's going to hold the vacuum. We'll wait just a little longer just to check, and then we'll start adding the refrigerant back into the system. Alright, so let's do it.
Terrible gas.
Alright everybody, let's start to enter some refrigerant into the system. It's been a while. The vacuum is still holding, so I think we're fine, and I didn't think it was going to leak there anyway, because that's the shredder valves are sealed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little bit of metal, and I'm going to purge the air from my can until I get refrigerant out. There you go. No refrigerant coming out. Alright, so I know that this is all cleaned up, and then now it's open. I'm going to introduce the coolant into the system, the refrigerant into the system, and you can hear it going in as it fills up, and then we are just going to let it go. It'll just take a second, and we'll run it, and then we'll wait for the pressures to equalize once we run it, and then we'll see how well it goes. Alright, let's come back. Alright everyone, the gauge is fully charged. It took about 1.75 pounds, and the gauges look good as far as it's on, full blast, and the inside temperature is reading approximately 45 degrees Celsius. No, just kidding, Fahrenheit. Alright. So there you go. It says about 43 degrees on the inside. It's dropping a little bit, so that's pretty good. I think the temperature inside the cabin should be good. So, thank you again for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and have a wonderful day. Take care, everyone.